Hello everyone, my name is Tunai. I am from Myanmar. I live in Bakugu, which is at the middle of Myanmar. I had ever worked as a staff officer under government, as a planner, and an engineer in oil and petrochemical industry. Right now, I'm working as a translator in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And in my spare time, I'm teaching English at my hometown and attending BYU Idaho online certificate courses. That's a little bit about me. I would like to share what I had learned my case study mini and ethnography interview with a student from United States. The valuable lessons I had learned from the interview are: number one, gender discrimination in classes; number two, service; and number three, friendship. Okay, let us start with number one, gender discrimination in a class. Uh, for my interviewee in her class, that is a class with a lot of men and women. She said that in a class, women are not as listening as the men are. Men will listen a lot more and praise more than the women. I think it is the same here in my own country in Myanmar. But what happened is recently in one of her classes, it was an in-person class, and she shared her experience with me. One of her friends, who's a guy, asked her to memorize the comments that he had and to say it in the class because he wanted to say the class the same thing, and she memorized and passed the answers and comments that he had written down. After her comments, the professor said that that was wrong and not right at all, and the professor asked the rest of the class if anybody had any idea. Then her friend, the man, the guy who asked her to memorize, raised hand and said this is that same thing word for word according what she said. And the professor praised him. It was very well thought out. She thought that was really sad. First of all, it was just interesting, and second of all, it was a great answer. He wrote it out, and she said very similar. She knew that even though what she said was almost the same as her friend, and she was sad, uh, being not wanting her answer because she's a woman. That is a great takeaway lesson I had learned from the interview. I remind myself to avoid such kind of discrimination, or to also myself to avoid harshness on either gender, male or female, students in my classes, for the purpose of class unity and equality. Other two more lessons I had learned from my interview are service and friendship in learning. My interviewee in her high school, she met a girl, and that girl wanted to learn German. By the way, the student I interviewed with is a German born. Of course, she can speak German very well since her childhood, and she helped that girl, her friend, with German, and that girl helped her with English. They talk in German and English for a long time, and very often after their classes. Eventually, they became the best friends forever and for life. So, I think service, helping other with pure love and authentic friendship also have very profound effects on learning in life. Okay, thank you, brothers and sisters, for watching my presentation. I would like to close my presentation with a quote uh, from Sister Bonnie L. Oscarson, the former young woman General President. Some of the most significant needs we can meet are within our own families, among our friends, in our worlds, and in our communities. Thank you very much.